It's going to be a crazy event.
Yeah.
It's going to be crazy. It's going to feel like back in the day boxing. I feel as though it's like bringing that back in the day feeling of boxing back. It's a 50-50 fight.
Gervonta Davis breaks his silence on a potential Shakur Stevenson clash, admitting it's a 50-50 fight while declaring himself the face of boxing.
On both sides. If you think about it, you get nervous just thinking about it. You know what I mean? But it's who wanted more. Who's really like deep down that guy.
Who gonna reach deep in that bag and make
sure.
it happen?
Yeah.
On top and say, you know, great career, I'm still young, let me enjoy the rest of my life.
Yeah, I probably bow out and just enjoy the rest of my life. Just more so of the fact that I want to like push other people. I mean, I feel as though once I like accomplish my goals, I feel as though like, all right, I don't want to like, not saying Floyd do that, but just I don't want to overshadow like other people that's coming behind me type stuff. I want to be able to like push them forward. Like it's y'all time. You know what I mean?
Meanwhile, champion Terrence Crawford came to Shakur Stevenson's defense after Gervonta Davis criticized him. Crawford suggested Tank's criticism was an attempt to downplay him. Shakur has nothing left to prove. He's already a 3-division world champion who's earned respect at the highest level.
He's born, he's this, he's that. He's trying to diminish everything that Shakur have done, so it's not marketable. But he can't do that because Shakur is what, 3-way world champion.
But Tank wasn't buying the hype. Davis pushed back on the idea that Shakur is already the best fighter at 135 pounds, pointing out that Stevenson hasn't even fought in the division yet. While Tank admitted Shakur is a highly skilled boxer, he questioned whether that skill would translate into real power at lightweight.
Some of your 135 contemporaries have a lot to say these days. Shakur Stevenson, well, of course he's now 135 after all that stuff, and then Devin Haney.
Right, so why people even talk like he the best at, he didn't even fight at 135 yet.
Right.
He didn't even have power at 126, 30 or none of that.
He is good.
Okay. How can you, all that's just okay. How can you stop people that can actually hit? No matter all that boxing, you gonna get hit. What you gonna do when you get hit?
And now, boxing analyst Fannin said the moment things began to shift for Shakur Stevenson, after Stevenson moved up to pursue a fight with Teofimo Lopez for the WBO belt, a decision involving the WBC quickly became a major talking point. According to Fannin, that move quietly set off a chain of events behind the scenes.
And same thing for Shakur, because Shakur wouldn't pay it after he moved up to fight Teofimo Lopez for the WBO belt, and the WBC snatched him from him. So obviously, the sanctioning body, the WBC, has some sanctioning fees to replace.
And according to Fannin, that quiet shift immediately sparked a bigger question in the lightweight division. If the WBC needed a champion ready to keep the belt active, attention naturally drifted toward one of the sport's biggest stars at 135. Fannin suggested the conversation was slowly beginning to circle Tank.
What are they gonna do? They need a champion who is gonna pay their sanctioning fees. Well, I wonder who at 135 pounds is there that could possibly fight for a WBC title that might not have a problem actually paying sanctioning fees. Oh, I know who it is. It's Gervonta Davis.
Shakur, however, sees the matchup very differently. Stevenson believes his elite skill set would force Tank to fight in a completely different way. Known for his ability to hit without getting hit, Shakur says Tank wouldn't be able to coast through rounds or rely on patience like he sometimes does. Instead, Stevenson believes Davis would eventually be forced to abandon the waiting game and come forward as a full-on aggressor if he wants a real shot at winning.
Because that I'm a better skilled boxer, I mastered the art of hitting and not getting hit, and he will be the person that will have to change up his style. He can't go out there and box and lose rounds. He would have to change up his style and just become full blast aggressor to try to have a chance in winning the fight.
Terrence Crawford recently stepped in to defend Shakur Stevenson, pushing back against critics who label him boring or question his punching power. Crawford pointed out that fans used to say the same thing about Floyd Mayweather Jr., arguing that defensive fighters are often misunderstood. To Crawford, those criticisms sound more like attempts to downplay just how elite Stevenson really is.
People may call him boring. People may say he can't punch. But they say the same thing about Floyd. Because they defensive fighters.
Yeah.
Tank is not going to be able to hit Shakur like he hit everybody else. And he know that. He knows that. That's why he's like, he's boring. He's this, he's that. He's trying to diminish everything that Shakur have done so it's not marketable. But he can't do that because Shakur is what?
Meanwhile, as talk of a possible showdown with Tank heats up, Stevenson has reportedly been grinding through an intense training camp. The focus has been on sharpening the defensive mastery that already makes him one of the most technically gifted fighters in boxing. A major part of Shakur's preparation revolves around conditioning and movement. His camp has been filled with grueling cardio sessions, agility drills, and lightning-fast pad work designed to keep him sharp for 12 tactical rounds. His team has emphasized speed, timing, and ring IQ, key elements that allow Stevenson to control distance, dictate the pace, and keep opponents exactly where he wants them. The debate is heating up, and the boxing world can't stop talking about it, as speculation around a potential mega fight between Gervonta "Tank" Davis and Shakur Stevenson reaches a fever pitch. Some of the biggest names in the sport are finally picking sides. Legends, champions, and Hall of Famers are flooding social media with their predictions, and the opinions are as divided as ever. But when boxing icon Mike Tyson stepped into the conversation, everyone listened. Iron Mike made it crystal clear his money is on Tank.
Like, who will win out of Shakur and Gervonta?
Gervonta Davis?
Yeah.
I like to go with Tank. You know, everyone's going to go with Tank, you know. It would be a very interesting fight. Shakur takes a good shot, though. He's a specialist. That's why some fights that he doesn't look good in, because he's so superior. He is boring watching sometimes. But he's a specialist. He knows what he's doing. He's hard to beat. To bring out the best in Shakur, you got to pressure him like Tank. Tank will bring out the best of him, and we'll see a great fight. Tank is just a monster right now.
Keyshan Davis recently shared his take on why so many fans see Shakur Stevenson as boxing's next big star. According to Davis, the reason is simple. When people look at Shakur, they honestly struggle to find fighters who can beat him. Take the ongoing debate about Stevenson facing Gervonta Davis. It's never a one-sided conversation. Fans constantly go back and forth, weighing each fighter's strengths and weaknesses.
Why do you think people say that Shakur Stevenson then is the next big thing in the sport?
For one, I really think the fans don't really see nobody beating Shakur. When people bring up him and Tank, when I see and I go read like little stuff about it, they really be debating. It don't be like, oh, Tank is gonna destroy this guy and everybody is saying this. No, that shit be like real debates, like, no, this Shakur, this, that. And then not only that, now you see Shakur moving up in weight, he's filling out, he's dropping this dude. He went crazy that last fight. That last fight was like kind of crazy. You go back and watch, that was crazy, you know, so.
Furthermore, Keyshan also pointed out that Stevenson has been quietly handling business for years, and only now is he finally getting the credit he deserves. Once Stevenson gets that signature win, Davis believes the conversation will be over. That's when Shakur fully steps into the spotlight as the new generation champion, proving he's the real deal.
Now I think people is getting another insight on Shakur, like, nah, this kid, he been kicking ass for a long ass time now. This kid probably really is the real deal. You feel what I'm saying? He getting his just due. At this point, I really think it's just about giving him that one example. That one real name, that one person that can go 100 miles per hour with him From round 1 to round 12. A new generation, new champion.
As the conversation continued, Tim Bradley turned his focus back to Gervonta Davis. Bradley spoke with clear admiration for Tank's mindset and natural ability inside the ring. Bradley suggested that when people really looked at Davis's track record, they might see the division a little differently.
Guys, I'm talking about Tank, man. I wish I was in Tank's body. I wish I was in his damn mind, dude. For real. You guys gotta understand that last week, 2 dudes we've been raving about for the last week and still continuing on. The dude that's in the headline right now, Ryan Garcia, guess who knocked his ass out? Tank Davis. The dude that he just fought, Mario Barrios, that he couldn't get rid of, guess who knocked his ass out when he was undefeated? Tank Davis.
Moreover, Calvin Ford addressed the growing speculation around Gervonta Davis. Ford remained firm about one possibility, a rematch with Pitbull Cruz. At the same time, Calvin pushed back against rumors that a major offer was being prepared for Shakur Stevenson. According to Ford, the reality behind the scenes looked very different from what people were saying.
Calvin Ford has been steadfast on Gervonta Tank Davis rematching Isaac Pitbull Cruz. I told y'all that. Y'all had these dudes, the Lincoln lawyer, the great debater, out here telling you that they was gonna make a major offer to Shakur Stevenson. And I told you that was not happening.
As talk around Tank Davis's next move continues to build, a familiar rival has started to re-enter the conversation. Tank has hinted that once his knee fully heals, one particular matchup could be back on the table. The name being mentioned again is Pitbull Cruz, and that possibility alone is already getting fans talking. Meanwhile, the discussion soon shifted toward the possibility of a rematch between Isaac Cruz and Gervonta Davis. When asked about it, Cruz didn't hesitate to respond. Cruz hinted that he still had strong feelings about how their fight unfolded, and according to Cruz, the story between him and Tank might not be finished just yet.
Isak, do you want an immediate rematch? And obviously he feels he won the fight and he gave his reasons why. What are your reasons you feel you won the fight? And again, do you want an immediate rematch?
Bueno, primero que nada, ¿te gustaría tener una revancha inmediata contra Roach? Y segundo, ¿qué opinas de lo que él justamente acaba de decir, no?
¿Quiere revancha la gente? Hagámosla. Yo no soy Davis, estoy listo para la revancha.
Okay, do the fans want a rematch? Do you guys want a rematch? I'm not Gervonta Davis. I'm ready for a rematch right away.
Talk of a potential showdown between Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson has already pushed attention toward Tank's preparation inside the gym. Davis has been known for intense camps, but this one appeared especially focused. Tank reportedly pushed through demanding sessions, sharpening his speed, conditioning, and timing, preparing for the kind of technical battle Stevenson usually brings to the ring.
Punching, okay, man. Beautiful. There you go. Give it again.
Inside training, Davis combined explosive power with disciplined drills. Yet Tank worked on quick footwork, defensive reactions, and sharp combinations designed to close the distance fast. While Stevenson is known for controlling fights with precision and ring IQ, Davis looked determined to apply constant pressure and keep the action dangerous. What makes Davis particularly dangerous is his adaptability. Tank can patiently stalk opponents before exploding with powerful counters. That ability to shift from calm control to an aggressive offensive approach has become one of his biggest weapons, something that could be crucial against a defensive master like Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson has been known for bringing a highly disciplined approach to training camp, and preparing for a fighter like Davis would only sharpen that focus even further. Stevenson's camps usually center on precision, conditioning, and technical control. Hours of pad work, defensive drills, and ring movement sessions allow Shakur to refine the sharp timing and accuracy that have become his trademark inside the ring.
Dreaming that I was that fast and then I woke up.
Why you wake up? He should have kept dreaming.
Inside the gym, Stevenson focuses heavily on footwork and defensive reactions. Shakur spends countless rounds practicing angles, slipping punches, and controlling distance so opponents struggle to land clean shots. That defensive mastery is paired with fast, accurate combinations designed to score points while keeping him safely out of danger. Another key part of Stevenson's camp is high-level sparring that simulates different fighting styles. By working with aggressive sparring partners who bring pressure similar to Davis, Stevenson sharpens his ability to stay calm under attack. Shakur's ability to read opponents and make adjustments round by round has become one of his biggest strengths. If this fight finally becomes reality, the lightweight division could witness one of its most intriguing matchups: Gervonta Davis versus Shakur Stevenson. Tank himself admitted it's an equal fight, a rare acknowledgement that the clash would test both fighters in very different ways. Power against precision, pressure against control, the kind of matchup boxing fans have been waiting for. Gervonta Davis brings explosive knockout power that can change a fight in seconds, but Shakur Stevenson has built his reputation on sharp defense, each ring IQ, and disciplined control of distance. If Stevenson can neutralize Tank's power early, the fight could turn into a tactical chess match inside the ring. But the big question remains: who actually wins if this fight happens? Does Tank's power break through, or does Shakur outbox him over 12 rounds? Drop your prediction in the comments, and if you enjoy boxing breakdowns like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more.